As always, guys, if you like this video, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. If you want to, you don't have to.
What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to Austin's channel. And this weekend, we watched Ghost in the Shell.
I don't know who to trust.
You trust me, right?
So Ghost in the Shell is directed by Rupert Sanders and stars, of course, Scarlett Johansson, who is pretty much in anything. And this is a movie that a lot of people have been looking forward to, myself included. I'm a fan of the anime. I know you probably didn't even know what the anime was.
You know what anime is.
What? Ghost in the Shell, specifically.
Initial thoughts, like you said, visually very pleasing.
It was stunning. Lived up to that.
There's a ton
100%.
of stuff to look at, and it all looked so cool, and it was really colorful. I guess that could be considered a negative. If there's too much, you get some sensory overload. But this film, it had to have it. It was the future. I mean, I don't know what the big deal is about Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, the whitewashing thing. I understand if they play it a certain way, but the way it plays out in the movie, it makes sense, and she's a big star. I didn't think she was perfect for the role. I think there could have been a couple other people that could have played it. She didn't do anything that really stood out, but she was fine. I thought she did a decent job.
Why not get Scarlett Johansson, who everyone loves?
She's going to be one of the reasons why it makes money. So.
As someone who doesn't know any background like usual, I thought it was a really cool story. Only thing for me is I wasn't really involved with the characters. They didn't pull me in. I didn't really care.
Sure.
Scarlett Johansson's skin, can we talk about that? How smooth
geez.
It was. I mean, I know it's camera and editing, but
She's
come on.
a robot.
That's unrealistic.
So jumping off of your points, I thought the movie was visually stunning. There was so much to look at. One of the best visual movies I've seen in a long, long time. Although, like you said, the 3D for us, the glasses were a little...
What about Jungle Book? Don't forget about it.
Oh, Jungle Book was great, but I just mean there was a lot to look at on the screen. You know what I mean?
All the buildings
just
and the cars
cities and the way that things worked
people.
and the way that the robots moved, I thought was very interesting. They were very meticulous and specific about that, and for that, I appreciate it. The first villain in the movie, there's two villains. I thought he was really, really good. Everybody did a good job, and I thought it was acted very, very well. The problem for me was not the acting, nor the characters, nor even really the dialogue. I just thought the way that the story played out was kind of overdone. There was a lot in the script and a lot in the plot that just kind of I didn't really care about. A lot of side stories. When it would go away from Scarlett Johansson's part of the story and go to the other people, I got a little bored, and I wasn't really invested in the movie at that point. Visually, this movie is great, but everything else about the movie, I had some ups and downs with it, and I really wanted this movie to be spectacular, but it wasn't for me. This movie is just fine. If I see it on television, I'm gonna watch it because it's visually stunning, but I'm not gonna pay attention to it. I'm gonna turn my brain off, and for that, I'm kind of disappointed because the anime for me was so special, so good, but this movie, it was lacking something.
I know what you mean. It's just average. Like,
Yeah.
it had everything going into it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't great or awesome, so it just made for an average movie.
And I thought the movie wrapped up so fast. All this stuff is going down, the plot's kicking in, she's discovering things, they're discovering things, and then the movie's just over. The ending was kind of cheesy to me, and I didn't like the way that they wrapped the entire movie up because you had us on this journey, even though it took a while to get to the actual point of the story, but once we got to that point, we only spent like 15 minutes where I thought I was really like on board and ready to go, and then the movie ends. You know, a little disappointing for me.
Oh, but make sure you stay for the after credit scenes. Nick Fury comes on.
Yeah, Nick Fury recruits her for the Avengers. It's way more style over substance. Got a lot of style. Like I said, the movie was absolutely colorful, beautiful, shot very well. The cinematography was great, but I thought the direction was kind of poor. He didn't do a good job of fleshing out characters that he needed to flesh out and getting us to care about the main character. So Madison, I usually get you to score the movies first. I'm going first today. I'm going to push this to a 6 out of 10. Just fresh for me because it was so, what, was that a lot lower than you were expecting?
No, I was gonna say I'm going with a fresh score of 6.
Oh, we got the same score.
It's not gonna ever happen again.
It happened with Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 6 out of 10 for both of us. Like we said, the movie is good enough to be decent, but it's not good enough to be great. And while that is disappointment, I will say, if you're gonna watch this movie, watch it in a theater and don't watch it in 3D.
3D.
Hey, but the fact that it was so visually stunning and we didn't like the 3D, that says something about the movie, and I do believe that this is something that is worth watching, but not necessarily worth hearing. So what did you guys think about Ghost in the Shell? Be sure to comment your thoughts below. Are you a fan of the anime? Are you a fan of this movie? Did you like this movie maybe more than the anime? I don't know. Everyone on the internet seems to have different thoughts every time I make a video. So that's life. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Madison, where can the people find you online?
Instagram at coleslaw6.
And I'm at the Burkinator with a 3 instead of the E. It's like the Baconator, but it's me. I will catch you guys later, and so will she.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh, catch you later.
Mom, I know you're watching. Don't have makeup on again. I'm a strong, independent woman, just like Major is in this film.